Hey everyone. So I hope you've been enjoying these the Shaolin from A to Z. Today we're going to cover circular blocks. The most basic blocks in the Shaolin, which are the building blocks in self-defense. The reason for doing them, the practical approach. So you have a good practical understanding as to how to negate weapon, alright, in the most basic manner. This is a science of redirecting your opponent's force. Rather than sitting there and taking the force head on, the whole idea behind the blocks is to gently redirect and guide the opponent's weapon and force away from you. So it's a principle as opposed to just a technique. Alright, we're going to cover that. We're going to add some practical application to go along with it. Alright, so Shaolin from A to Z, circular blocks. That's what we're going to be doing. The first two basic blocks. If the opponent is stronger than me, reason for the circular block is that soft overcomes hard, right? That's a yin and yang process in defense. So we don't meet hard with hard, right? Because if you meet hardness with hardness, and what happens if the opponent is stronger, he's going to defeat you. He's going to break through your defense, right? So the circular block is a safety block, all right? It's an idea. Weapon comes at me hard, notice my connection, where I'm making contact. It's with the inside of the hand. Punch with the other hand. See? Inside of the hand. So the soft tissue is negating the weapon. He punches low. Oh, he punched high then, didn't he? Alright, so then notice I'm taking. So it's two blocks in one. But it's a sweeping. I'm sweeping the vertical perimeter of my body. He punches high. And he punches low, so it's two blocks in one. So this is the first block. 1, 2. So no matter how hard it comes, you see, I'm redirecting it. I'm not stopping the weapon. Alright? If I'll try to stop the weapon, it would be a hard block. So if he punches again, this is considered a hard block. One of the reasons why we block with our open hand, one of the reasons why we do an open hand block is to keep the hand relaxed, to keep your energy soft and fluid. Right? So when the weapon comes at me, here, it's a soft block making contact. And if he punches low, it's a soft block making contact. As opposed to a hard block. Now, with this, it's strong. It's damaging my opponent's weapon. But if my opponent is stronger than I am, and he punches again, and I meet bone with bone, guess what happens? The stronger person is going to win. So here we have soft overcoming hard. Punch. Good. So he punches high and he punches low. So that's your first block. And 1, 2. I notice we're not worrying about returning the weapon right now. You see? We just worried about making contact and freezing the weapon. Now I'm redirecting it. You see that? No matter how hard he punches, or how quick a punch comes, I can now redirect. That was a vertical block. You see that circle? It's like a windmill action taking place. Huh? So you can use both hands and work. That's how you get away. Bah, 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 bah. I guess you've seen that in the Bruce Lee movies before. Let me take this off. So the next block is the horizontal sweeping block. If you notice, these movements are sweeping motion, so they're not specific blocks. You see, they're sweeping motion. So pretty much the whole hands, you're trying to make contact with the whole hands. The whole arm is doing the movement as opposed to just the forearm. So this horizontal sweeping block now take place this way. So I was redirecting him. The first way was the inside, and then he strike low. But this time I'm going to take him outside of me, high. You see? And notice the direction of the weapon. Right? So when you strike again, I can do that. So I can combine them. So now I have 1, he punches again, 2, and that's my sweeping action. What's good about the sweeping action? I like this because if I'm here and something is coming from behind me, I don't have to know where it's going. All I have to do is, it's like a feeling for the technique. You see, out of my peripheral. As opposed to having to be specific with the technique, which trying to make connection with the punch, all I'm doing is sweeping. But notice what this hand does. See where the hand is? So if you should try to punch again, I can block and strike. You see? I can tie him up. So I have a lot of option working for me with the sweeping block. So we have windmill blocking low. And this is consider this one now as a horizontal windmill. So you got your vertical windmill, horizontal windmill, vertical windmill, horizontal windmill. So how would this work? He punches high, he punches low, he punches high again. You see? So now you got three blocks, three options. 1, 2, 3. Open my opponent up. So this block is very good for opening up the opponent. This one is very good for redirecting my opponent. So now let's do a little drill. You see, this is how you develop this weapon. Coordinate it with a friend. And remember how we discussed that the punch comes from the legs, because now I'm in a posture working. You see my return? I'm learning how to return this weapon. Yeah, I'm hoping that you're getting the idea, the concept. Blocking is not just trying to stop a weapon, but redirecting the weapon. If you can get that idea in your head, you'll be halfway there. I want to show you how this technique would evolve. So now if he punches 1, I can combine both blocks. 2, so now I can combine both of them. So I have my vertical block working for me, and I have my horizontal block working. And this is how they would work. Now if I add a step to it, then it would be a whole different beast. You see what's going on? So if you go back, you're going to step in. So if the person, you know the weapon is coming. Now notice what the block does. It takes me out of range, and I have my grappling now because I'm behind him. I'm in control, take the legs out. So the whole idea is to do this motion with the hands till you get comfortable with them. You see? But as a footnote, when you do blocks, any open hand technique, as a general rule, you want to make sure that the thumb is tucked in, because if I make connection with a weapon and my thumb is not strong enough, I'll break my thumb. All right? So I'm not trying to grab the weapon. Even if I want to grab the weapon, I must first what? When he punches, make contact before I can redirect it. You see? So all of it, the thumb, the hand has to be open. No, I'm not making contact with the palm. If you notice that, I'm making contact with the forearm, the softer part. That's the soft block. Because the hand is too small, a weapon is coming at me, you have to be so specific to block it this way and make contact. You see? And redirect the weapon. So from here, from the palm all the way down, any area of the arm is good. That's your safety. So now I don't have to be specific as to where the punches, my block is going. All I have to do is make sure I cover the perimeter of my body. He punches low. Good. Punches high. Low. Let's go for it. Let's go for class. Quick. Bend the knee. Yeah. Work. You could see how if he punches at me, you see, and he strikes again, you can see how my technique start to flow. If you should notice through this whole process, what we're doing, we're standing in a square position. This is called a natural position, because that's how you carry yourself, in a natural way, natural gait. If you're going to stand to talk to someone, you're very seldom going to be in a stance. So you want to train in a natural way to respond from there before you actually can step into a fighting position. The fighting position then is only a result of you actually applying your technique. You see, to get your brace, to get your foundation, to get you, your stability. But usually when you come back, usually start from here. You see, person go to punch, you got to be ready. You see, you don't have time to get in a stance. So when I'm getting, now I can move. You see, he punches again, now I can move. See the difference? To be able to fire and teach the muscles to fire from this natural position before you go to a fighting position. The stance is your safe position. That's your safety spot. All right? When the hand is open, it obstructs the vision. It also allows me to be able to grab. You see? So that's some of the reason for keeping the hand open. So the hands move freely to actually be able to take a weapon, to seize a weapon once I make contact with it. All right? When I redirect, I'm crossing my opponent's weapon up. You see that? That's the idea of redirecting. Because I want to obstruct the other weapon coming up. Now I can easily control my opponent. You see what's happening? Taking out the knees. So you see how we're combining them now? From a fighting position. You see? And don't forget that you also have to move your head when you work. If you want to be properly conditioned, click on the link below. We got some support our DVDs. Poetry Energetic DVDs, excellent for conditioning the body. All right? Getting you in shape. And don't forget to subscribe. Now, as you can see, we're building a little blueprint. Learning how to fight is a state of mind. All right? We want to build skills for combat. When you build your combative skills, it's a little different than just learning a self-defense technique. All right? So now you're building a little foundation. So today we learn our blocks. Low block, high block. Now you can start to see how they can come back with the punch now. You can shorten them and start working your punch with them like we had covered before. All right? Now next time we're going to talk about using the return weapon. All right? And then it takes on a whole different matrix. All right? Don't forget to click on the link, subscribe.